Um, it is the 39th hour of the 39th day of the 39th year that it has been raining. It continues to rain, and it appears to be raining all over the world. Today's literary weather forecast is coming from the wonderful Georges Bataille, and the book is L'ABC, and this is a cold reading, so bear with me. I went home again and dined on the meagre rations I had procured for Robert. As I prepared to eat some trout, I thought, is eating this going to make me cry? But I had already lost my appetite. The taste of a meal intended for Robert was already reminding me of Eponine and her impudence. I began to wilfully indulge in dreams that, with the help of a bottle of wine, became completely mad and were close to being loathsome. I was happy to feel the blood start rushing to my head. It seemed to me at the time that congestion and anguish were to happiness what the genuine article is to an imitation. I was grateful to my brother for dying and for joining my disorders to the horror of his death. An approaching storm and the debilitating heat contributed to my malaise, which was more desirable than life. I was suffering. I wanted to suffer, and that painful impatience had the ugliness of nudity, the ugliness and perhaps the enchantment as well. I was suffocating, killing time before our rendezvous, and I fell asleep. An extremely loud burst of thunder woke me up. I heard the pounding of the rain, and the lightning flashing through the clouds made me feel as if I was surviving above a level of death, as if, having been dead for ages, I was no more than that dead rain and those explosions of dead thunder, where my death mingled with the death of all eternity. I remained inert, recumbent in the midst of this torrent, in which I was nothing, if not the ruins of an impotent life, the remnants of a hideous dream. In the end, I thought that if, as I lay motionless, I were waiting for Eponine, her arrival would awaken me, that if she were to come in, I would emerge from my intimate association with death. That thought in itself had the power to wake me up, as I had imagined the entrance of Eponine might do. I slowly realized that I was going to bestir myself and go off to discover a body whose turpitude would, as a matter of fact, put me back into a state that was equivalent to death. That's a pretty profound stuff there about the storm and the rain, and I think that could have been the most potent paragraph so far on the weather. And now I have to go and I have to retrieve a pizza from the oven, and I will be back with some more literary weather forecasts. I suspect they may be slightly monotonous, as we are having an extraordinary period of rain that just appears not to be ever ending, appears to be even never ending, but it's never uninteresting.